Texting. We are back. Welcome back to IDD. For those of you who know, I don't disagree. The highly questionable How Jimmy That Show. Ian Buzz Skinner back in the house. Great to have him back. Missed this guy.
It's good to be back.
One of my favorite Boston sports fans / gurus. Tells it like it is, not like you want it to be.
Straight, no chasing.
Straight shooter. He's like Ed Straight Out Gennaro. He's like that dude.
No chaser.
No chasing. None of this. No. I got to try and get into everybody's good graces. No, I got to get score those tickets for that event. That white side. By the way, you hear about that event over that Rubin guy in Long Island? The white party there, and Brady was there, and Kraft was there, and Jay-Z was there, and everybody was there, but Stephen A. Smith was still mad he didn't get an invite. Stephen A. You're not an A-lister.
You're just not.
You're just a mouth with a microphone like me. I didn't get a ticket. And I know more about Tom Brady than you ever will. So anyway, the bottom line is segment 2. We are back. We are talking that team, the green team. They've made some moves. We've discussed them. Porzingis, I want to get his take on Porzingis. But first and foremost, 2 of the people that I literally would make you pull your hair out are now gone. I will say simply addition by subtraction. People know my take on Smart. And, well, Grant Williams I didn't really dive into as much, but I wanted him to have the floor on this. I really did. Because if you people recall, back at our Christmas special, we were in Pembroke, and he and I were doing on the air. He had a message for Grant Williams. And it came down to the effect of shut the fuck up and play. And Grant didn't listen because...
They ended up on the bench.
Not only did he not shut the fuck up, he decided to talk trash to Jimmy Butler. How'd that work?
Well,
right?
before that, he played himself out of the rotation.
He did
because he wouldn't stop talking.
Wouldn't stop yapping.
Just play basketball. Mm-hmm. You're a fringe player.
Yep.
8th, 9th guy maybe.
8th, 9th.
Then
when he's on.
Yeah. But
when he's on.
Yeah. All the theatrics and all the talking, he became the 10th and 11th guy.
Yep.
And then we in that playoff series we tried to put him in the game, and then he started
made one shot.
Made an open 3.
Made one shot.
An open 3, and then started chirping to Jimmy Butler.
Of all the people he could have chirped to.
Yeah.
It wasn't Tyler Hero who was on the bench at Street Club. No. Not him. One game, Vince. No. Let's go for the guy who dropped 56 on the Bucks' head. Let's pick on him. Because he was having a terrible game, if you recall, to that point. And boy, did that change suddenly. Boy, did that take a turn for the worst, didn't it, America?
Yeah, he lit a fire under Jimmy in that game.
A bit of a spark.
A little bit. When your 10th best player is talking trash to the other team's best player,
to a Hall of Famer.
It usually doesn't work out well.
To a guy.
But that's a part of the Celtics' problem with their DNA. That here let's get to the bigger issue. Let's get real. Jason, Jalen, they want to be buddy with all these guys. Jalen works out with Jimmy in the summer. Jason wants everybody to love him.
Yeah.
Jason, last year during the finals, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Draymond Green fell down, and Jason helped him up. And they want to be liked so much to the extent that they don't have there's no backbone.
There's no competitive.
There's no heart.
Do you understand that guy's trying to take your championship from you?
They're trying to kick your ass.
They're trying to beat you.
You guys just kind of act cool. Like, there's nothing cool about winning a championship. You gotta get dirty. You gotta fight. They're not your friend. Jimmy Butler is not your friend.
No.
Okay? So you let Grant Williams take that beating.
That was the other thing.
Nobody stepped up.
Grant Williams flapped his gums.
I give him credit for
at least he had the courage. He was stupid.
Somebody was trying to step up.
Yeah, but where were the guys to have his back? Where were Tatum and Brown in the middle of all this?
I'll tell you what Jalen Brown did. Jalen. He said, next question.
Yeah, next question.
When they brought up, hey, that's your teammate.
Yeah.
Okay, you're in the middle of the Eastern Conference Finals. You just threw the series was over at that point. It was over.
Yeah.
He basically said, "Yeah, I don't care about that.
Yeah.
You don't care that one of your teammates was trying to have your back, and then you just buried him.
Yeah. And
because you want to work out with Jimmy in the offseason.
You let that guy torch him, and you did nothing about it.
And you got outplayed by Caleb. I don't even know.
Caleb Martin. Oh no, wait. I'm sorry. It was undrafted free agent Caleb Martin.
Outplayed you.
Undrafted.
Outplayed Jalen Brown in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Undrafted free agent.
And you
Caleb
said,
Martin.
Next question.
I
got a question for you, Jalen Brown. How did that feel?
Did you like that foot up your ass, Jalen? Did you like that size 13 up your keister? Did you like that? When that undrafted free agent kicked your fucking overrated, overhyped, fake tough ass from one end of the garden to the other? Did you enjoy that, Jalen? Because I didn't enjoy it. I know he didn't enjoy it.
I did not.
Okay?
I was there.
And then you're going to sit here in Game 7 when Tatum sprains his ankle on the first series, when you have a chance to show you're a legit or could be a number one, and you crap the ever-loving shit out of your fucking diaper. I mean, that stench, I smelled it in Virginia, okay? I was in Virginia, I could smell that diaper. That's how bad you crapped yourself in the biggest game of your career when you're trying to play, you're playing for $295 million and the season is hanging in the balance and Tatum goes down, and where the fuck were you? Oh, you know where you were? Every time the Celtics got down to 8, you were jacking a 3 over the double team. You know where else you were? You went left, the ball would go off your knee and it'd go the other way for a dunk. That's where you were. You know where else I'm trying to figure out? Where were you when Gabe Vincent was taking a crap all over this team in the series? Why didn't you man up and go after him like you went after James Harden, who's a better player? And you locked him down. Where was that, Jalen?
So, let's get back to Grant Williams.
Let's do that.
So, Grant Williams. He, I think Grant was coming into this season feeling himself a little bit. So he had a big game against Milwaukee last year in the playoffs. He got a lot of open looks. He knocks them down. He guarded Greek Freak and drew a couple charges. So he was feeling himself a little bit coming into this season and talking a lot.
A lot.
To the and he became a distraction for this team without a doubt. He got benched, fell out of the rotation, and so here we are, Grant Williams. Dallas Mavericks, 3 years, 50,
$12.5 million a year.
Yeah, 50.
So what happened to the $20 million you thought you were worth? Well, you realized you weren't worth that.
You're not.
Is he worth $12.5?
No, he's not. He's not.
I don't think he is.
But that's all.
That's Mark Cuban's problem. This is the same Mark Cuban who let Jalen Brunson walk out the door and then just signed Cryme with 3 years.
Kyrie Irving, 3 years, $126 million.
$26 million for a guy who doesn't like to play basketball. You know why he did that? Because he had nowhere else to go. He's fucked this up so bad he couldn't let him walk away.
Dumpster fire. But anyway,
dumpster fire in Dallas.
Here's what I think.
Poor Luke.
I know my boy Pete Mig was on the show earlier this week, and much love to Pete Mig. Much love.
Yes.
He was talking about Marcus Smart.
Marcus dumb.
Here's the thing. Those guys, right? Boston fans, we love guys that fall down. We love guys that are gritty and all that. But net, those guys aren't players. No. Marcus Smart is not a winning player.
No, he's not.
Grant Williams is not a winning player.
No.
They're not talented. They're not basketball players.
They're not going to win you a championship, and
it's not going to happen.
It came to fruition.
They talk a lot.
Yeah.
They flop a lot, but they don't make plays.
Nope, not when it matters.
And they're both gone.
No, and they should have been.
They should have been gone.
Yeah, they had when someone, and I don't know who it was, this idiot on Facebook said they're losing their identity. Thank God. That identity was never going to win a championship.
You and I, we sat in this chair back in November, December, and it was embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
I was embarrassed to be a Celtics fan watching Marcus Smart and Grant Williams flopping and carrying on with the referees. And I'm telling you, it impacted Jason Tatum.
Yeah.
I think Marcus Smart had the worst impact on Jason Tatum.
He did. And Brown.
The flopping, the begging for calls, all that crap. It's not basketball.
No, it's not.
That's not basketball.
And Sean Darcy, this is the one Sean got right. Marcus Smart was the voice in that locker room, and he shouldn't have been. There's no way your 6th or 7th best player should be the leader in the locker room. There's no way.
He thought he was part of the big three.
There was never.
He thought he was.
There was never a big three. It was dynamic duo.
That's
it was
right.
Never. Marcus Smart was never a part. 12 points a game and 4 rebounds is not a big three. The guy they just got, 24 and 9, that is a big three.
That's a big three.
That's a big three. Okay? That guy who played 65 games that didn't matter because that team was going nowhere. So he showed he could play through a bunch of crap, and he showed what the talent, and he's the third wheel on this team.
And you're a basketball. You know basketball more than anyone. Tell me what's going to happen when we play the Miami Heat and they go zone with Porzingis. How's that going to look?
They're going to regret that.
What's Porzingis going to do?
He's going to destroy that zone. And here's the thing: he can destroy it from a number of areas. He can destroy it from the low post, the mid post, the top of the key. He can destroy it from anywhere. He's a 3-level scorer.
When he catches the ball at the free throw line,
he's 7'3". He can see over. He's a good passer. He's patient. He's all the things Marcus Smart is not. Let's put it that way. Okay, he's all the things that this guy is not, and he blocks 2 shots per game. Okay, so he plays on the other end too. So not only is he going to be a zone buster, but the other thing is, and I said this with Sean, Denver plays a 2-man game with Jokic and Murray, and they're the best in the league at it because Jokic knows how to play this. Well, so does Porzingis, and the Celtics have 2 guys they can play this with, not 1, 2. And if you look at who Brad Stevens is filling this roster out with, it's all 6'7", 6'6", 6'8" defensive slashers.
Wings.
Why do you think he's doing that? He's surrounding the big 3 with the talent they need to win championships, plural. Okay? Now my question to you is, what do they sign Jaylen Brown for? What do you think he's worth, and what do they sign him for?
I think Jaylen is probably worth somewhere in the 230 range, maybe 240 range.
I would agree with that.
I don't think he's the 300 million
he's
guy.
He's not 295.
I just don't.
You can't put that tape in of Game 7 and tell me he's a max. You can't tell me that. You can't. I don't care who his agent is. You can't tell me after that ultimate crap yourself moment that guy is a big money. No, he is not. No, he is not. Is he worth 230? Maybe. Yeah. Okay. Because he's 26 and he hasn't hit his ceiling yet. They can get better, but I'm not giving him 295 when I can give him 240 and come in 60 million ahead of anybody else. Mm-hmm. And if Jaylen Brown is that stupid where he doesn't take that, then fuck him. Honestly, fuck him. Okay, get out of here. Because we can spend that money a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And we can build around Tatum and Porzingis and the other and Brogdon and Derek White, who to me is the most underrated player on this roster, as far as I'm concerned. They can do a lot with that money if this dickhead wants to get greedy and doesn't take it. Because honestly, if I'm Barrett Stevens, 240 max.
Yeah,
max. And to me, I'm going to push for 230.
All those loud voices in the locker room are gone, right? So
yep.
Marcus is gone, Williams is gone, all that chatter.
And all those 3-point bricks.
A lot of bricks.
That's a lot of bricks.
A lot of bricks.
If you look at the amount of bricks that those 2 guys shot, how many arenas did those 2 build by themselves in the 2-3 years they were?
Mason.
Woo!
A lot of masonry going on there.
A lot of construction work. A lot of construction work. Hopefully it was down by the pier. At least there was a view. But a lot of construction work going on.
The question is, Jason Tatum, are you ready to be the guy? This is your team.
Yeah, it's his now.
You've got to be the vocal leader of this team.
Now.
And after the game,
yep.
if you have a tough game, you need to sit down in front of the media and answer the questions. Not Marcus. Not any of these. It's you. You're always the last one out of the locker room. You need to be the first.
I think I told you this story once, and Jason Tatum has clearly never had this conversation, but I had it with my father, and I was 10. Okay, and I think I shared this with you. But I don't share it for America because Jason Tatum needs to fucking hear this. My father, we'd won our first state championship. I was 10 years old. We're undefeated. Everybody's loving us. This is great. Going around talking. And my father says, "So you think you're the man now?" I said, "Oh, I'm the man." He goes, "Do you know what it means to be the man?" I said, "Yeah, I'm the guy who gets the ball. I'm the guy who gets the girl. I'm the guy." No. That's not being the man. Okay. I'm like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "When the Celtics lose," this was at the height of Bird's powers. When the Celtics lose the game, Larry Bird could score 40 points, have 15 rebounds, whatever, and the Celtics lose. Where are all the cameras? Are they talking to McHale? Are they talking to DJ or Parrish? Where are the cameras? What? They're in front of Larry. Well, what? He's the man. That's why. When you're the man, okay, when everything goes wrong, everybody's looking at you. And Larry Bird would be the first one to tell you, well, we lost by 2. I scored 42. I needed to score 45. That's what Larry Bird would say. And that's what Tom Brady would say. Mm-hmm. Because that's what being the man is all about. If you want to be the man, you got to be the man when everything goes wrong. Not when everything's right and you're getting pictures of kissing babies and getting the key to the city, all that shit. Right. That's not being the man.
Getting the sneaker deal.
None of that's being the man.
All-Star game MVP.
No. Being the man is when everything goes wrong, you're the one standing there saying, I need to be better. It starts with you, because that's how leaders lead.
And he has not been the man.
He's never been that guy.
And I know it because I'm the guy who watches the games. Mm-hmm. I'm the guy who watches the post game. Mm-hmm. I take notes.
He's the guy. Who's the guy who
first guy?
texted me at 12:30 at night going, "Did you fucking see what this asshole said?" It's like,
Who's out there after the game when they blow a 20-point lead? Who's in front of the media?
Yeah.
Answer: it's not Jason Tatum.
Nope.
I've never seen
not
him
him.
there. He is if he shows up at all,
Nope.
it's an hour after the game when nobody's watching.
Yeah.
He needs to be the guy, the first guy out there
You know,
to say, "Yeah, I blew it. I need to be better. My team needs to be
It
better."
always starts with I need to be
Until he becomes that guy,
Yep.
we're not winning a championship.
Nope. True.
That's it.
I agree.
That's the problem with the Celtics.
Yep, that is
There
exactly
it
the
is.
problem. The leader, the
And-
guy who needs to be the leader doesn't know what being a leader is.
And Marcus Smart has been shielding him, and everybody's been protecting him.
It's over. That's
Jason,
over.
You want
It's-
the big money?
Brad Stevens sent a loud and clear message when he moved Marcus Smart. This is your team now.
Yeah.
You, Jason Tatum. This is your fucking team. And when things go wrong, ain't gonna be Joe Mazzulla answering the questions. It's gotta be you. And if you want to say, look at Jimmy Butler in the finals. He stood there, to his credit,
Absolutely.
and answered every goddamn question. Because why? He's the man in Miami. And that's what being the man is all about.
And he had his teammates back.
He had his teammates back. Say what you want about Jimmy Butler. I don't like, but I'll tell you, I respect him. Because that dude shows up when it matters, and when things go wrong, he stands there and he answers the questions like a man. Because that's what being the man is all about. It's not about hiding, to his point, hiding behind your coach, hiding behind the guy who's been in the uniform for 9 years and has the green hair and all that shit. No. You, Mr. All-NBA First Team, you have to be the guy that stands there and answers those questions. And you have to be the one to take the bullets, even when you did everything right. That's the other thing. Even when you do everything right and the team fails, you have to be the man and take those bullets.
Because your teammates need to see you do that.
That's right.
They
Because
need
then
to see
they'll
that
follow you.
You have their back.
Then they'll follow you. They'll follow you into hell. Here's the thing about Larry Bird. His teammates would have broken their necks for him because he was the man and he would do that shit. Same thing with Tom Brady. You talk to any guy that played with Brady, any guy, about when things went bad, Tom Brady took it. He took it. And he never made an excuse. He never pointed a finger. And it was always started with himself. It was never about them or me. I got to be better. We or I. It was never they or him or them or they. It was I or we. And that's why guys followed him. And that's why he was so successful. Tom Brady's the best leader I've ever seen in my lifetime. And that includes Larry Bird. Okay, because Tom Brady had to lead 45 guys, not 11. Okay? By sheer numbers, what he was trying to do was damn near impossible. But he did it anyway.
And until that happens, until Jason Tatum takes that step, we are going to be...
We're going to win 55 to 60 games.
We're this team.
And get bounced in the second or third round like the Trailblazers or the Atlanta Hawks or all these other guys who had a lot of talent but didn't have the man
That's right.
in the locker room. You have to be the man. Kobe was the man. Michael Jordan was the man. Magic was the man. These are the guys. You look at them when they're in losses. You don't, again. Shaq. Olajuwon. I can go down the list. Okay? All these guys that have multiple championships, that's why they have them. It's not their
You
talent.
don't hide in the locker room.
You don't hide in the locker room. You don't hide in the showers.
Try to sneak out.
Just sneak out, put the sunglasses on and the cap, and you don't do that shit. The man don't do that. The man does not run from the questions. The man stands there and he answers them, and he always ends the same way. This ain't over yet.
And Jason, you rock the airbrush KG outfit in Game 7 of Miami. I like that, but your mentality isn't there yet.
No.
So you need to talk to KG and figure out what it's like to be
Yeah, you're not
the
Kevin.
man.
You're not Kevin Garnett.
You need to be that
You
guy.
are a long way mentally.
You
from
got
Kevin
the talent,
Garnett.
but you're not grown up yet.
No, he's not, and he needs to grow up now because he's entering his prime. And look at Brad Stevens, to his credit, has built a team around him to win, and they're not done. But I'm telling you right now, you look at the pieces they're putting in here, the guys they've kept. They're building around Tatum&Brown and Porzingis. That's the right thing to do. They are young, they are talented, and they damn well better be hungry because this unfinished business bullshit is the other thing they should be getting raked over the coals for.
Phony.
Don't you start talking about unfinished. Give me a fucking break. When Larry Bird lost in the finals in '85, he didn't start talking about unfinished business. No, Larry Bird went out and he worked harder. That was the end of the conversation. He came back a better ball player. That's why Larry Bird's Larry Bird. Okay, and guys like him because when they lose, they're talking about unfinished business, all this shit. That's why I get mad at Paul Pierce. Every year he had a fucking speech. Shut the fuck up, Paul. Win a championship, then talk. Every fucking year, Paul Pierce had to address the crowd. And then Garnett came in and said, knock that shit off, will you? You haven't won a fucking thing. Please. You score 20 points a game. Big deal. A lot of guys score 20 points a game. But not a lot of guys win championships.
That's
a lot
what
of them don't.
I think the moves that they made in the offseason are really, it puts Jason Tatum front and center.
Front and center. It's his team.
Like, You're the guy.
Sean Darcy was right about that. It's his team. He needs to be the man.
It's not Marcus's team.
It never was.
It never was.
Never was.
You were cool with it.
Yeah, you were
because
cool
you
with
didn't. You know, you were like, I'd rather just be behind the scenes.
Yeah. Time to start.
Can't
earning,
do that anymore.
Time to start earning that paycheck, boy. Time to start earning that paycheck. You want to get paid to be the man? You better damn well start acting like the man. Because you're getting paid the money right now, but you ain't acting like that guy. And I don't care about your 30 points a game. That doesn't make you the man. That makes you a one-trick pony. That's all it does. That's all it does, and he knows it. Okay? Start standing there and holding yourself accountable and everybody else, and you might just surprise yourself. Because I know this kid hasn't reached his ceiling either.
No.
Jason Tatum
No,
has
he
not
can get better.
reached. He can get better, and so can Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown, do the world a fucking favor. Go to basketball camp and learn how to fucking dribble with your left hand without looking at it. You're an all-pro. You're an all-NBA team. You can't dribble left without looking at the ball? Are you fucking kidding me? Go to fucking, hey, Don Nelson Sanders camp. That's where I learned it. Go there anywhere. Dave Cowan's camp. Red Auerbach, God rest his soul. Any one of these camps will teach you how to dribble the ball with your left hand and not look at it. Give me a fucking break. And you want 295? Fuck you and your 295. Okay? Go get better. Go become a better basketball player and stop with this rhetoric and these slogans and these campaigns and all this shit that the Boston Celtics were not built on. They weren't built on that
He's
shit.
got a lot of things to say about a lot of things, and I respect a lot of it. He's an articulate guy. He's deep. But
I'm not talking about the I get that.
It's
That's
cool.
not his problem.
That's all cool. But
that's
Jason,
not a problem.
Jalen, between the lines, please focus on becoming a better basketball player, and don't.
Fundamentally,
it's about you now. This is it. This is your run. This is your moment.
when's he gonna go to the foul line and in a big moment and not have his knees knocking together?
How
many big free throws this clown missed?
A lot of short.
For all his talent.
Yeah.
It's can't dribble left and can't make free throws. That's called fundamentals, boys and girls. Stop relying on your talent.
He's got the athleticism.
Yeah.
But it's
And
fundamentals.
become a basketball player. You're an athlete. Become a basketball player. Basketball player doesn't miss fucking 2 free throws of the game on line when he's an all-NBA first team or second teamer. A guard? No fucking way. A guard doesn't dribble the ball off his fucking left knee because he's looking down because he can't see the help defense that's coming right at him. And to his point, we were sitting on the beach, he goes, yeah, what's he doing? The guy's right there. I'm like, well, he can't see him. His head is down.
The help defender's coming.
The help defender's coming. He can't see him because he's looking down at the ball. 26 years old. My son does that. He's 9. Give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Sorry.
Sorry, Coach.
I apologize to you, but not to them. And Grant Williams, from the heart of Celtic nation, fuck you.
Peace out.
Fuck you.
Have fun.
Fuck you in your big fucking mouth and but fuck you. Enjoy cry me. You know what? Talk about deserving something. Good luck, Grant. Good luck with that fucking loser. I've said my piece. Anything else you want to add?
No, I think that says it all.
Nothing to Grant?
No.
Nothing to Marcus?
No.
Marcus?
I will.
Hey, Marcus,
wait.
pick
One more
a color.
thing. One thing for Marcus.
Marcus.
Don't talk about yourself in the third person. I mean, that was not a good look for you.
Oh my God.
I have a ton of respect for you. You play super hard, and you grind and all that, but you're not that guy.
Talked about it. I remember that.
Yeah. So, the thing that Marcus does, the thing that Marcus brings to the table, was like, what is happening?
Oh my God.
What is happening?
See, with Marcus Smart, what do you know about Marcus Smart? So Marcus Smart. Oh my God. How about, here's what we've learned about you, Marcus. You're fucking delusional. Okay? To Sean's point, you think you're better than you are. Sean said, you'll love this. Sean said he thinks he's Michael Jordan. He's closer to Joe Barry Carroll. That was pretty good.
I love Joe Barry Carroll references.
Pretty good. Was pretty good by Sean there. Sean did some homework. That's it. When Sean nailed it, that was the one. That was the line of the show. He's like, he thinks he's MJ. He's more like Joe B. And the thing is, nobody watching this knows who Joe Barry Carroll is. Exactly. Okay. Exactly. I'll give you a hint. We traded him for Robert Parrish.
There you go.
We traded him for Robert Parrish. That's all you need to know about
him. And I think what we're all going to see as Boston fans, when we see Marcus playing without a Celtics uniform on, I think a lot of you guys are going to go, oh my God, yeah, he's not that good.
No.
We look at the laundry and we're like, oh, Marcus. But when you see him play for Memphis, you're like, he's kind of a scrub. Because he is.
He's a second tier player.
He's an eighth guy on a
I'd
decent
say
team.
he's a decent. Yeah, he's an important. He could be a Tony Allen.
Yeah.
He could be like Tony Allen. And Tony Allen knew his role. Tony Allen was a stopper who could get it. Tony Allen was a great defender. Tony Allen knew who he was. He didn't try to act like this clown.
We were never going to win a championship with that guy.
Not running the ship.
It was never going to happen.
No. And no. Brad, to his credit, realized this, and he turned it into
a year too late, I think. But
I don't think so, because I think they're going to be better. I think they are the favorite to win the title. I think Porzingis has something to prove, and he's never been on a team that's good. See, Porzingis has never had a chance to win a championship. He's got one now. He's got a legit chance now. He doesn't have to be the guy. He's the third guy. And I got news for you, Jalen and Jason. You're on the clock right now, the two of you. This is your team. This is your time. Put up or shut up. The next 3 years, you better get at least 2 championships.
I want a lot more shut up.
You better be at least 2 championships in the next 3 years because you're healthy. If you're injured, that's one thing. But if you're healthy, 2 out of 3, you better at least win 2. Because if you don't, we're going to usher you out of here. Yeah. Both of you. And we'll get a truckload for you because there's a lot of stupid GMs out there. Okay? So that's it. And that's all. For the highly questionable one, the redoubtable one, Tom, I miss you. We'll see you soon. Glad you're back.
Thanks, bro.
Honored to be here. This guy, this is a diehard in every sense of the imagination. Trust me. I could go around the room, any one of these teams, and he could give you a soliloquy on any one of them. He knows. He was laughing about the Bruins on the beach. We won't even go there tonight. But anyway, it's good to have him back. I missed him. We are going to be back one more segment tomorrow. My daughter will be making an appearance for the first time in about a year.
Yeah.
My little girl, Mia, who's not so little anymore, and has something to say. What, go figure. A woman who has something to say. That's just shocking to me. This should be fun. But anyway, you guys enjoy your Saturday night. We're going to go get some pizza and some good stuff here. So, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, a little bit of who's your sister, how's your father, where's your brother. Tom Izzo, do we have a pulse from Long Island? Did you do anything? You better be a communication failure. That's all I'm taking.
Let's go Mets.
That's all I'm taking. Go Mets. They've won 6 in a row. They've won 6 in a row.
Alive.
They've won 6 in a row, Tom. I thought he'd have more to say. Whatever. Anyway, we'll talk to you guys very soon. Until then, don't be like Aaron Rodgers, boys and girls. Stay loose. Stay loose.